So Pastor Jim's under the weather. He can't join us. But he wanted to be a part of the topic. And he called me with his answer. So let me give you the topic first. So the topic is, somebody's going to give you $10 million. Okay? You guys cannot spend any of it other than on your ministry. 100% on your ministry. So what I want to do is, after I do Jim's comment, I want to go one by one and find out what's on your heart. What is your ministry? What would that look like? Okay, it's kind of exciting. And who knows if a trillionaire is not watching right now? You know, you never know. This stuff may happen. God works in mysterious ways. So basically, Jim was very specific. He said, he wants to do church plants, but he doesn't want to just plant churches. He doesn't want to just build a building and go, hey, have at it. He wants to train the pastors. He wants to have the pastors kind of, he wants to work with them. He wants to go a little bit deeper than just a building. He wants to launch pastors in churches. So he said, that's what I would spend all of it on, is doing that. Training, building, getting everything ready, getting it off on the right foot. That was his ministry, or that is his ministry, his wishes. I'll go last, but that's basically it. Keep him in your prayers that he heals quickly, feels better, and all that. But let's start with we're going to start with Daryl, and then I'll go around. Okay, so Daryl, $10 million. Talk to me.
$10 million.
It's like a game show. $10 million.
Yeah. Well, I do have a ministry that I'm doing. It's called Highway Outreach. And what I do is I go to truck shows around the country and truck stops here locally when I'm not on my way to a truck show. And I hand out gospel tracts to truck drivers, share the word. The need is absolutely incredible. As Christians, sometimes I think we can get caught up in our own little world and in our own what's going on in our local church. But on average, there's 150 to 170,000 people die each day worldwide. It breaks down to 7,000 an hour. 115 to 120 deaths per minute, and nearly 2 deaths every second. And
you literally looked that up?
Yeah, I got the stats.
Oh my gosh.
I've had this for some time because this is something the Lord laid on my heart sitting right here at my desk one day. And actually, it's been on my heart for a long time, for years, but I never had the opportunity to get it going. And now that I'm retired, so to speak. But yeah, I've worked out those numbers. If I had $10 million, the truck show world is kind of like the car show world, where they have the cars that's been modified or redone or rebuilt. I'd like to have a truck one day to do that, to join the shows, but now I just go and hand out tracts. And I believe in taking the word to the people and not waiting on them to come to me. So I'd buy a truck. I'd like to see it grow worldwide. I would love to see it in other countries. I had a guy one time years ago come up from Australia, and he was trying to start a truck ministry then here in the United States. And it didn't work out, and he moved back to Australia, and I don't know what he's doing down there now.
Kick him back to Australia. Daryl, you say this is my land.
That's something we need to talk about in private.
Oh, I'm just teasing, man. Can I add to your ministry real quick?
Sure.
There are some people who are probably watching who don't know your background.
My background?
So how many years were you a truck driver?
I grew up in the trucking industry. My dad drove a truck. I was in a truck when I was 2 months old. He had me in a truck at 2 months, I was told. He started me driving on back roads, not on interstates, but on state highways and back roads when I was 12. I had a professional. I got my professional license back then. You could get them at 18, so I had a special chauffeur's license at age 18, and I carried that up until 4 years ago when I got diagnosed with a tumor on my brainstem, and lost my physical card. So I had to give up my CDL license, but that's my history. I was over 40 years in the industry, over the road and working local.
So your
Daryl,
dream, I'm sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
you've been driving a truck since basically 2 months old. Well, I'm almost 40 now, and you've been doing it as long as I've been alive. I can't even drive a stick.
Are you jabbing
A
at
stick
him
shift.
already?
Yeah, that's like that is when I was growing up. Like we didn't have any sticks, automatic transmissions. It was all
Horse and buggy.
But
yeah,
hey,
yeah. It wasn't manual. It was all automatic. So
hey, Ramon, I guarantee you get you a straight shift, and I can come and teach you in 2 or 3 hours. I have you driving that thing like a pro.
all right, yeah, I'll take
Guarantee
you
it.
up on that.
Oh, wow. We already got into it. Okay, cool. So he just called you old. That's all. All right. Got it.
No, by no
You
means.
did.
That's
You're
the
right.
By no
Jack.
means.
That's
No,
the
for me, it's just different generations. I mean, we didn't
Yeah.
grow up with that because just times have changed. Now, obviously, I'm talking about just more so regular vehicles versus
Right.
semi trucks, that type of thing. But I couldn't do no long hauler, much less me trying to drive to the store. So
And to be honest with you, Ramon, it would be easier for me to teach you to drive a big truck if you had never driven a stick shift.
yeah, all right,
Because a truck and a car shift totally different.
okay.
So yeah.
So
When
I
I
want to be clear that you already do your dream ministry, correct?
Oh yeah, we
You're
we
doing it
travel. We travel. Oh, we've been traveling now for a couple of years, going to truck shows all over the country. A few weeks ago we're in Springfield, Missouri. That
Wait,
was about
say Missouri again.
Missouri.
Oh,
Missouri.
yeah.
Sound like
Whatever.
Missouri.
Listen,
He
Jack,
corrected it.
don't be making fun of me because of
Say
my
oil. Wait, say oil. Just
oh,
say it. There we go.
Oh,
I
Not
did.
Earl. Oil. With an
oil.
O.
But anyway, yes, we are doing the ministry. We just a couple of weeks ago we were in Bristol, Tennessee at the Rotella Truck Show for their calendar, and then in the end of July we're going back to Pigeon Forge to a huge truck show that's held there in Pigeon Forge in July 31st and August the 1st, and then I've probably got.
So you're on tour, basically.
Yeah, yeah, and to be honest with you, it costs a lot of money. I mean, it's and right now we're almost self-funded. So yeah, anybody out there that wants to donate $10 would be
Wow.
$10 to 10 million would be appreciated. Yes,
Yeah. Well, there'll be a
I'll use
GoFundMe
this.
link at the bottom.
I'll use this as a fundraising tool.
No fun, me, Daryl.
Okay.
Yeah. There
Thank you for
go.
that segue. Hey, Joe, what's up?
Hey, you know what? I think Daryl's ministry is very unique. I've never heard of anything like it. It's probably desperately needed. I used to work at a truck stop, and some of the stuff they had for sale at those truck stops were not appropriate. But I just
Great. Now I got to go visit. Thanks.
I just appreciate that. It's pretty cool. Heck, with 10 million, you could probably start creating your own truck stops and sell gas and give them Jesus all at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would Joe do?
Okay, here's what I would do. Right now, also I want to say I'm in Nashville at a Chet Atkins convention, so there's a lot of guitars and stuff playing in the background. So I've been muting while you guys are talking so it doesn't interrupt. But I would create. This is what I would do. I would create a yearly event or a quarterly event where we would have, I mean, $10 million is a lot of money. I was trying to figure out how to spend it. But what we would do is we would have music, food, facilities, medical, and provision like diapers and things like that. And I would want to do a large event where we would invite people to come and hear the gospel through music and preaching. And after they listen to the gospel, listen to the music and the preaching, they would get a Bible. And then they could then take that Bible to all these different tents where they could get groceries, they could get food, and all they have to do, or if they needed medical attention, they could get that, diapers, anything that they needed, they could take that Bible and show it to those vendors, and they could get it for free. And I would love to do something like that, have it supported by donations, but basically giving people the gospel, then giving them scripture, and then also each Bible would contain a card to a church where they could get planted in a church, but they would be able to use that Bible to get life provisions that they need. And it would be for inner city people, anyone who is really struggling with today, there's a lot of people struggling, even just to eat. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do.
Do you have a name for it?
We're calling it All Generations Festival. And we're going to do a small one just to kind of see how it works out. But it'll be all, donation based, and we're going to work with the churches and try and put something on. But we can get, because I have access to a lot of great musicians, and some of them are semi-famous anyway, and they would all come and play at something like that. So it would be a great attraction for people to come, enjoy music, the preaching of the gospel, and then have these tents that they can take their Bible that they get and use it as currency to. They don't give it away; they just have to show it.
Dude, if I had 10 million right now, I'd give it to you. Seriously, that is cool.
Yeah,
that is cool. And so far, Daryl and you are both working towards your ministry. So even though you don't have that funding of 10 million, you still are walking forward.
Yeah, we've got some. We're going to do it small. So and then we'll build it bigger. But I when you first talked about this topic, I thought you were giving out 10 million to the best presentation.
Oh yeah, well I haven't heard it yet. Yeah, real funny. Okay. Gosh, never thought about the humor going around the room. But, okay, so I love that. I love the fact that you guys didn't wait. You didn't wait. I don't care if it's small scale. You didn't wait. And you took that step of faith. So that's pretty good because I haven't. So it's encouraging. But, okay, very cool. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
Ramon,
you've had a little bit of time to think about it. What you got?
I've had the same amount of time to think about it as y'all, but
yeah.
No. So, my ministry, being I want to say a young adult, I had a meeting with, as I go to Cornerstone. I know you don't go there anymore, Joe, but I know the rest of us, do. I had a meeting recently, with some of the pastors, including Pastor Chad and Pastor Jeremy, about singles and leading a singles life group. One of the metrics that Pastor brought up was the fact that we have about 500 people in our church right now that when they walked in and they got, let's say, said they were first-time visitors, they said they were single. And they were varied in ages, but they were single. So imagine going to a church that has, the sanctuary holds 5,000 people, and you are one of 500 people who have walked in and you don't know anybody, and you are single. Most churches, including ours, caters to kids. A lot of the family aspect and mostly kids. Look at our facilities, for example, because we're looking at the generation and generational growth in the church and in Christ. But we don't have anything that's specifically for single people. We have stuff for older people. We have stuff for kids, but not singles, whether that is you were just unmarried, you were widowed, you were divorced. And there are a lot of divorced people that have had bad experiences with the church because, the Bible looks at divorce and saying that we don't want you to get divorced, but there are exceptions for divorce. So people get shunned by other church members because they are a divorcee. So it's been laid on my heart here recently about singles. So with that, if I had $10 million, I would create a facility that has different things for singles to do, to come to church and to this facility to just be able to hang out and do life together. It would have food and different vendors and whatnot, different games to be able to play so you don't feel alone when you come to church. You've got people that you can hang out with that might be in the same situation as you. I'm not looking for singles to be able to be hooking up as far as like dating. If all of that happens organically, right. Cool. But right now I'm going to start, Tabby and I, my wife, are going to start a life group for the ages of about 35 to 50. Because that has been the demographic. Like currently we have a life group that, two separate couples, are the life group leaders, but it spans from the age of 25 up to 60. So you've got people that are in this life group that are 25 years old hanging out with 60-year-olds. Y'all are in two different modes of life, Totally. I'm from retired, no more kids, to I ain't even had no kids. I ain't even thought about it. I'm still dating. I ain't even been married yet, So we're in that, Tabby and I are going to be in that sweet spot right in the middle. And we have the privilege of having two kids right now. So most of the people in that age group between about 35 and 50, they have kids, whether they're small, middle-aged, or, older. So we want to cater to them. So with the $10 million, we not just have the facility, but be able to go outside of the church realm and do life together. We can go to ball games, go fishing, do whatever we want to do. If we got a boat, we all get to go out on a boat. So $10 million is going to pay for a boat too. So you look like you're going to say something, Jack.
Yeah, I tried, this was 10 years ago, but I want to tell you what I tried. Maybe you can grab it and run with it, use it, or throw it out. I don't care.
Okay.
But I tried to turn the lower commons into a Friday night, live music, board games handed out. You would check out a board game, chess, checkers, sorry, whatever. It would be a Friday night hangout for singles. Now, the live music, the musician could sell his wares right there on the table. Mm-hmm. He'd perform for free for an hour or two, whatever. You'd sell lots of coffee. We'd make money. He'd make money. The people would hang out together and enjoy the time together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It would become a Friday night event. Hangout.
That's pretty cool.
But it didn't go anywhere. But I'm throwing it out there in case you can take a nugget from it.
Yeah.
Plan it. I don't need any credit. I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Well, that is something that we have, Tabby and I have talked about, was using the lower commons, because let's say we take the 3 age group ranges from the 25 to the 35 and then the 35 on up. Yes, we can hang out as a group together, but we're going to do stuff separately. But being able to play games in the lower commons, we can bring food. That way we can do it at the church, so that we're not always out, somewhere spending a whole bunch of money, going to, some restaurant or some other place. But if we had a facility where it had TV screens and video games for the younger folks that are 25 that still want to do it, or just a place where you can sit and have coffee. Us adults love coffee. I drink it every day.
That would rock, dude. I would show up, and I'm married.
And you're married. Yeah, you can't come.
Sorry.
I think it would still be open to everybody, but catered to folks that are single, that don't always have the opportunity to either hang out with people of their own age group, but then also at church, because we can still spread the gospel while we're there. Because some of these folks can it's open to everybody, but it's obviously catered more so to our church family and those that come in. But that just helps spread the word.
All right, so let me give my Reader's Digest version, because I don't want our gathering, if it's once a month, I don't want it to be dragged out for like an hour. We're going to probably try to keep it half hour. We may run longer, but just to give you guys an idea, because this is the first time we've ever done it. But the all the ministries sound amazing, by the way. Like, literally, if I had money, I'd invest in all the ministries. Honestly,
Nice.
I would. I wouldn't say that if I didn't feel it. I would just go on with me. But I love every one of your guys' ideas. Ironically, Joe can get you the musicians, and you can get us the food trucks, Daryl.
Yeah.
So we all could join in on that.
That'd be awesome.
idea. But to get on with the ministry, I have always, I pray every day on this ministry. I have always, it's called Chicken House Ministry. Okay.
I like chicken.
Literally, just so you know, the city of Chicago has this ministry going on right now. I would love to bring it to Tennessee. What they do is they have an apartment building that homes homeless people. They sign up, they get to live there for a year, they keep it clean, they do all the work to keep that building in shape, okay? Painting, whatever's needed. All right? Down the street, literally like 5-minute walk, is a chicken house. I did a video there. It was amazing. The apple cobbler was awesome. So literally, it's a 1-year program. You get to live in the apartments. You get to work at the chicken house. Then the money that you make at the chicken house, first and foremost, pays for your room and board and all your clothing, your needs, hygiene, all that. And you have some left over to save. You get taught how to balance checkbook. You get taught how to budget. You get taught all these things. And you get helped to find different work after your year is up. 0 tolerance. You're caught smoking. You're caught drinking. You sign that you get booted out of the program. 0 tolerance, but 100% love. They literally wrote a book about this. I have the book of this ministry. And what it does is it feeds itself. You get workers for the chicken house, generates money for the church, and then the chicken house gives them money to pay for their life.
I just need to clarify something, Jack.
Yeah.
You're saying chicken house? Uh, being an old country boy that grew up way out in the sticks, when you say chicken house, that's where we raise chickens. Are you talking about a restaurant? Or are you talking about somewhere that raises chickens
I
for
believe
eggs?
it was
Or
called Chicken House. It's a chicken restaurant.
it's a chicken restaurant?
Yeah,
Okay,
full on restaurant. So like some of the homeless were cooks, some
yeah,
were waitresses, some were full on 100%.
Thank you, Daryl, for bringing that up, by the way, because I was going to ask the same
Oh no,
question.
it is a restaurant. It
yeah.
literally is some of the best chicken I've ever had.
When you
So
say chicken house, in my mind, I'm thinking about this thing that's like 200 feet long and got like 1,000 chickens in it.
no,
Yeah, I'm thinking of a slaughterhouse.
Exactly.
yeah, no, I'm sorry. No, it was a restaurant. So the restaurant and then the apartment building, it was a circle and it kept feeding itself. And this church that does this has taken the money from the chicken house and bought all the properties on that boarded up downtown area.
Yeah.
They got it dirt cheap because of the area. It was downtown. So it's going on
I
right
actually
now.
like programs. I like things like that, um, where it's self funding and it's just so cool. Yeah. But I'm the same with the chicken house thing because I was raised on a farm and yeah, I hated cleaning
Sorry.
that chicken.
Wait, didn't they call brothels chicken houses? I
Uh,
shouldn't
Do
have used
what?
that term. Sorry.
I think they're called chicken heads.
Something like that. Yeah. But it was a restaurant, guys. So just to
Okay.
clarify that. So my buddy, just to kind of let you know, because I know you guys are already working on it, including you, Ramon. You're already working on your dream ministry. You're starting small. You're hoping to grow bigger. It'd be great to get funding, but you're not waiting and you're going for it. So my buddy said to me, why haven't you started the chicken house ministry? And I thought, what are you talking about? I can't just open a restaurant. I can't just buy an apartment building. He said, no, you start small. You work with one person who's homeless. You help them find a job. You help them find an apartment. And so he can fund that apartment by the job. And you start there. And then you do another person. And then you do another. And pretty soon you have a grip of people that you've done this with. You do whatever it takes to show an example of your ministry. And I'm like, ouch. He was right. He was right. So that stuck with me. I should be moving on it at a lower scale, like you guys. All of you are already doing your ministry that you would use the funding for. And I think that's amazing. And I totally commend you that maybe a year or two down the line, we'll revisit this topic and see how all of them are going. That would be kind of cool. Do like an update video. Because,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, you're all on track. You're all got great ideas. Somewhat jealous, but you all have done, you thought about it, you're already doing it. I just thought it was a great topic because I like to see where your heart is. So I know where everybody's heart is. I hope this wasn't too inconvenience because I'd like to keep you, if possible, and Jim, hopefully someday, he's feeling better, as regulars. And that's why I'm doing it once a month to not be a disruption. So I'll check back with you guys. Are you guys okay with doing it again? Yeah? It wasn't too long?
I'm good anytime.
All right. If there's a problem, tell me off camera. But anyway, I love you guys. Once again, I trust you guys. And we will pick up another topic on the next episode.
All right.
We're good?
Thank y'all.
Thanks,
All
Jack.
right. Take care, guys. Bye.
Yeah.